Hey Scorpios, hope you had an amazing June and welcome to July 2017. First off, I need to apologize for last month's video because it's true, I was not grounded at all. So I took it upon myself to come outside for these videos. I got my shoes off, my feet are in the grass, and I am 100% grounded, and I'm ready to give you guys a redemption video because that was unprofessional, and I apologize, and I needed to really come clean about that. So, Scorpios, what's going on? How did Jupiter affect you guys? I need to know. Comment below, please let me know. Jupiter went direct, and for me, it was an instant shift of happiness, of lightheartedness, optimism, positive energy, good luck too. I know you guys are private, so you can email me at beyondyoursunsign@gmail.com. But I want to know where Jupiter is hitting in your natal charts, because where Jupiter is hitting, that house that it's in, that's where you're going to get the most luck. So you can work with that energy, right? So send me a message or a comment below if you're one of those open Scorpios and let me know your birthday, time, and location, and then we can figure out exactly where you have the most luck, because Jupiter is a bomb planet that is just really changing the game for a lot of us. The new moon in Cancer that just passed on the 24th, that would have brought a lot of new emotions in, eh? That brought in a lot of emotional work. You guys probably had like a nice release because of it, because you guys are also water signs. You probably got a lot out. You probably slept a lot. You probably felt this crazy shift that was happening. I personally got incredibly sick. I've been, just getting over it now. But yeah, the new moon in Cancer was a intense one. And hopefully the full moon coming up in a week or two will be just as beneficial and just as cleansing. Okay, so before we get started into tarot, I just wanted to quickly go through the numerology process once again because it is such a benefit and it's important. Okay, so because you guys are probably born in November or October, November is an 11 month, so you don't want to reduce that down to a 2. But if you're born in October, or if you're another sign watching for Scorpios, take your birth month and reduce it down to a single digit if it's not already a single digit, unless you're born in November. Okay, so if you're born in December, if you're born in October, you do 1 plus 0, and you get a 1, okay? So you reduce that down to a single digit unless you're born in November. If you're born in November, leave it as an 11. Take your birthday and reduce that down to a single digit. So if you're born on the 23rd of October, you want to do 2 plus 3, which equals 5. The only exception for reducing down your birthday is if you're born on the 11th or the 22nd. So if you're one of those October 22nd Scorpios, you're doing 1 plus 22, which is 23, which is 2 plus 3, which is 5, okay? So you have your single digit number, add a 1 to it, okay? So October 22nd, if you got that 5, you're now a 6, okay? So you have your birthday and birth month all reduced down and added together to a single digit. Unless it's an 11, never reduce down an 11 or a 22 or a 33. Those are master numbers, okay? Those are special. Okay. So you have your number. I'm going to just roll call really quickly and let you know what those keywords are for September, because September is the peak of that influence, okay? If you got a 1, September is going to be a peak of a new beginning. So that's going to be when you're really seeing a lot of new beginnings coming in. Brace yourself for it. Flow with it, okay? It's just what it is. You've probably been experiencing crazy new beginnings all year. So if you got a 2, soulmate potential month. September is really a time to focus on your relationships, your partnerships. Like I said, if you are looking for that soulmate, September is when you're probably going to find him or her, okay? So if you meet someone new in September and you're having a 2 month and a 2 personal year, don't scare them off by saying you're my soulmate, but take a look with your third eye and you'll see that this person is important and special to your spiritual growth. 3, if you got a 3, you're creating something this year. You're creating something in September. If you've been, you know, working on a project, September is the time to launch it, okay? Because it's all about creation. Either creating a baby, creating a business, creating a new project, creating a new idea, creating new friends, creating. 4, all about building foundational blocks. So it might be a hard month. It might feel like there's some obstacles, but those obstacles are what's helping you build that foundation going forward. So it's all beneficial in the long run. And if we can prepare ourselves for it now, it won't be as hard when we come across it, right? If you got a 5, congratulations, something is changing. You got changes, you got chaos, you got chaotic energy. You're probably going to be moving around a lot of changes to your freedom, a lot more socializing. If you got a 6, that's quite the focus on family, friends, nurturing your home base. A lot of the times I find the 6 years can be either divorce or marriage or separation or coming back together. So it's really a focus on the family and friends there. If you got a 7, September, you're probably not going to leave the house. You're going to be doing a lot of inner work, a lot of introspection, a lot of studying. Maybe you go back to school. Maybe you go back to school online. You got an 8, prepare for either a huge financial gain or a huge financial loss. It's whatever process and whatever progress you've been making thus far. So because we're in July now, you have the opportunity to prepare yourself for September's either huge financial gain or huge financial loss, okay? And then if you got a 9, you got endings, okay? Endings probably all this year, but September is going to be the peak of that end. That probably the completion of a cycle that started 8 years ago, okay? If you need help with the calculations, I eat this shit for breakfast, so please comment, message me, whatever you got to do to reach out. I am very quick to respond, and it takes me literally 2 seconds. Send me your birth details, and I can do where Jupiter is hitting, where your luck is, plus what to expect for this year in September, and even for July. Just send me your birth details and I'll give you all the information that I can give you, because I love to do it. It's empowering for me to empower somebody with that information. I didn't learn it to hold it, I learned it to give it. Okay. That being said, let's get started. Reading for Scorpios for July 2017. Ooh, something just instantly popped out. I love when that happens. Okay. July 2017, Scorpios. Thank you. Okay. So the card that popped out is an inner struggle, and the card on the bottom of the deck is change. So change has already hit you guys, yeah? How you doing with it? Because there's like conflict here. It's like a lot of chaos, a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting with people because of this change. Because of this change that came in, there's been a lot of fighting over it. A lot of people see the change and maybe it's not beneficial for them, so they're sending you some hate. You guys got some envy coming your way, you guys got some hate coming your way, but it's because you're the winner. It's because you've won. It's because you've created something, you've created this change in your life that other people weren't able to see, and you're like, hey, I got it, I figured it out, I've owned this. And people are like, ugh, Scorpio, again, you guys have everything. You guys are so blessed, which is true. Okay, so that's the card that popped out. So just be cognizant of that. The theme is that change really put you on a pedestal. You birthed something incredible. You created something incredible. Your partner is loving it. Your partner feels supported. Your partner feels like your ego's in check. Your partner feels like the status that you've created for yourself is something that they're proud of, and they're getting the benefits of it, and they're swimming with that positivity. you're nurturing people around you. You're really giving them something to hold on to, something of lasting value. You're turning people into a star, like, and you're comfortable with that place in your life. You're comfortable with the opportunity that you're given to take a rest and give people that forward momentum that they need, because that change that came in really put you on a pedestal. It really put you up there. You created something beautiful. You're really manifesting a lot, okay? Okay, Scorps? Sorry, you probably hate to be called that. Okay, I'm going to get started. That's just the theme, alright? I'm just hoping that my cards don't blow away. And you guys are probably the last signs to be read outside because I'm getting cold. Citrine, which is your stone, and some pyrite. Okay. I'm sorry. So, something changed. Something changed. Now, people are looking at you differently. You've completely transformed yourself because of it. You've opened your arms to it. You've brought it in. You're proud of that change. You're proud of the new status that you have. And the obstacle and the aid to that, something had to end though. Something, either the way that people saw you, the way people treat you, the way people look at you, something had to come to an end in order for this transformation to come, okay? And they're okay with it. They're like blinded by the light. They're like, damn, this Scorpio shines hard. This Scorpio is so bright, like I can't even, I gotta put my shades on. So people may think that you trampled on other people to get to where your transformation is now. Like, who died and made you king type deal? But you earned that. You earned it 100%. You made your sacrifices and you got to where you need to be in an honorable way, to the point where people are just jealous. Like, Scorpios, like, I've mentioned this before, you guys naturally bring in envy because it's just, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe because Scorpios are the shit. I don't know. I know that the Scorpios in my life I am incredibly envious of, because they seem to just have it all together, plus they have their emotions in check, plus they dive deep. Like, they're not superficial, and that's something that I absolutely envy, because I wish I had the capacity to dive deep like a Scorpio does. Like, I wish I could just go into my soul, kill myself, and transform myself and come out unscathed. You guys come out stronger. You guys will retreat in and do the inner work that you need to do, and you phoenix out like a phoenix rising from ashes, and it's an incredible strength that people are envious of, you know. So my advice to you is get one of those, what are those, the seeing eye that wards off negative energy and like evil lookers and ill lookers. It's time to get some sort of protection, either crystal stones or, you know, pyrite, like I said, is incredible for warding off. Any black stone is going to ward off negativity, but there is some envy coming in your way and it needs to really be blocked, okay? The obstacle and the aid is how well you're doing. That's why you're transforming. That's why people are looking at you like, damn. It's because of how well you're doing. The end of struggle is here. The end is nigh. Like, it's here. This is your obstacle and your aid to realize that you've built a lot for yourself, and that's why you're able to transform. But it's also what you've built for yourself is impeding the ability for people around you to embrace your transformations. It's like, well, don't you have enough? You want more? Really, Scorpio? How dare you? So keep that in mind. Subconsciously, it's looking so good. Subconsciously, you were completely fulfilled. All your emotional ducks are in a row. You're just ready for the next venture. You're just getting a little impatient, right? And you're thinking that you have to keep putting more and more out. What else can I be putting out there to manifest? What else can I be creating in my life? Okay? Sorry. An imbalance of justice would have just happened. So, like I said, obviously with this change that you were competing with other people to get this victory, people were like, it's not fair. Scorpios get everything. It's not fair. Don't even pay them any attention. Let them do you. Do you, and people will follow suit. It's not on you to lift other people up. Like, it's just what it is. At the end of the day, we can't pour from an empty cup. It may sound selfish, but first of all, we are all selfish. Even when you think about a child, A child shares when they have had enough. So if you think that a child is selfish, that's our basic motivators. Our inner child is our basic self. So yeah, we're here to be selfish. We're here to put out when we have enough. When we're overflowing, that's when we put it out. But we got to take care of ourselves first. Self-love. Manifest from within, right? So you're doing really well, like I said. Finances are getting in check. You're overflowing when it comes to finances and empowerment. You've really built quite the name for yourself. Sometimes the power is in the reputation. Maybe you don't have that fat paycheck, but people know your name and they know that this person's on the up and up, right? So sometimes that means more. That status and reputation means more than that fat paycheck. Family and friends are really like seated on it. They're really just chilling. This is a water sign. He's older than you. Male energy for sure. Older than you. Rocky past, but they're adaptable. Who could this be? Someone either like maybe like a Pisces in your life. Somebody who's kind of feeling like they're fish out of water, right? Could also be like an older sibling. Somebody who's got a lot of emotional depth like you do, and you know that because you have emotional depth. You can see their emotional depth, but maybe they're not embracing it. Maybe they want to kind of give the thumbs up, especially to you and especially to themselves, but they can't because they're not there yet, okay? So if you're looking for approval from an older water sign, somebody who seems to have their life figured out, maybe there is a kink in the chain, ask them for it. Maybe you need to give them your approval first and then they'll respond. Okay? Hope and fear is that you want to just chill on what you've put out there. You know, you're thinking that you got to keep putting out. You got to keep putting out. You can't just stop and bask. This can't be the finish line. You can't just stop and bask and kind of plant your stake and say this is where I'm at, because you're manifesting way too much. You're putting way too much out there right now for you to ever chill on it. You wish you could, but you know that if you do, things won't progress, right? Things won't keep going. You have to keep manifesting. You have to keep putting out what you want. You have to keep explaining and expressing what you want, right? And that's why people are coming in being like, well, what do you want, Scorpio? What? Don't you have enough? You've already accomplished this, that. Look how far you've come. You've completely transformed yourself, as Scorpios do, and they do well. They do it with grace. Maybe it's time to chill on what you've built, because guess what? Something new is coming in. And it's a new thought process. Could be a new challenge. For me, I pulled this card yesterday, and it was a new idea to a current challenge, but this new idea brought its own set of challenges, okay? This is what to expect. This is what's coming up. A new idea. Keep putting out that positivity though, because that new idea is based on what you're putting out there. And then you're going to see that you have that time to take a look at what you've built and figure out what direction you want to take, what path you want to go on. Okay, I don't have much for you guys this month because I don't know why. But I hope that this resonates for you. And please message, comment. I'm a double air sign, so I love to chat. And it literally takes me 2 seconds to look into a chart. Love to do it, and I would love to do that for you guys. Love you, Scorpios. Have an amazing July, and I will see you in August. Bye, guys.